battle. Wario! Wario! Three, two, one, go! battle.
Testing, testing. Alright, y'all. Scabs hop on the mic with Ham.
Hello.
Wonderful. Good to meet you. And even better to be able to commentate a heck of a set right here.
Yeah, absolutely. These are two players who, I mean, if they're not at Seoul, who is, right?
True. And Crit's here, the, whatchamacallit, we got the TO basically seating himself pretty high, I see. Nah, definitely a very talented player. Looking forward to see what we're going to be able to get right here. Getting into it on what stage, of course, but PS2.
That's the MDVA Classic.
I hate it so much. Fable starting off with here. We're trying to get a couple of these Z-drop bomb combos going, but Crit's having absolutely none of it. I played a bunch with him, and his item gameplay is pretty solid.
Fable makes Link look very scary. I mean, I think Link is one of those characters where it's like, if you're seeing someone play them in bracket, they probably know what they're doing. They probably know their items, Z-drops, their play. Fable is like the poster child of that.
I dig busting out a hit stun with that aggressive move right there with Crits. A little bit of bomb and boomerang pressure on shield though. Fable keeping a couple mix-ups going. The Crits cannot stay safe with that defensive option on stage. Oh, I love that bomb, the immediate explosion right there, just covering Crits' like lazy edge recovery, trying to drift to there, not allowed whatsoever. The bomb reset right there, trying to get back center stage himself.
The way he uses bombs is just so fascinating to watch, because like really this character is, again, you don't see it often, and especially in this region I don't think we have that many prolific Link players. When Fable is able to come out, he comes out swinging, he makes it worthwhile.
True, and this is a character that usually has a ton of kill power, but we see the problem with those multi-hit moves right there falling out of that double hit of the forward smash, but then gets the grab back throw there. Fable opportunity with an edge trap, instead gets the bomb, and Crits busting out with that up air.
He's doing an excellent job covering all of his options, using his nair to cover things, his arrow, his boomerang. He's really not letting Crits breathe. And honestly, in this matchup against this player, that's what you want.
Agreed, and 2 times in a row now that he's used that bomb at edge. It's like you said, like you know that Fable knows the tricks on this character, and Crits has to start respecting that bomb at edge. Good neutral air pressure on shield though, gets a cross up, but immediately retreats to the bomb. That's like the safe space for these Link players. They just love playing around with that item. It gives them such a quick option out of shield when typically you only have that nair.
Crits is definitely, as a Lucas player, a lot swingier than you would expect.
Oh, he mashing, yeah.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And Fable knows that. I mean, again, they come here every single week. Two of them play each other so much. Fable knows that Crits is a masher and will play that to his advantage.
Alright, the up B immediate out of shield, but I mean, we talk about like those aggressive hitboxes. This time it's Fable's turn, tossing out a barrage right there. Good Zair, interrupt that, and then immediately into the fair to get full stage control, and the bomb too. And the immediate bomb recovery, just recognizing that you cannot allow Crits to set up with that PK freeze.
Ooh, and the Thunder catches him on his recovery.
But not enough. The immediate back throw right there. It was a really good attempt though by Fable. I love that, like using all the options you have available to you. But yeah, Crits, the patience pays off. Double roll through right there from Crits of Fable. I'd like to see him just get like one of those turnaround forward smashes. Just do not allow that man to get it 3 times in a row.
It's always amusing to see when you say something in commentary booth, like I know they can't hear me, like I know Crits did not hear me say use a masher. Look at him playing patient now.
Exactly. Yeah, I like to call it constructive criticism. Or at least that's a justification I use so I don't get canceled.
Or like the little voices in their head. The second we say it, they're like, oh, I guess I'm mashing, I should be more patient.
Just the player's conscience, that's all it is.
It's paying off a lot for Crits. I mean, he's bringing it back really well. I mean, he was up in percent damage, but...
Oh, no tech right there. That is devastating. The bomb! Deep interception right there. What a call out by Fable. That missed tech by Crits pivotal in a key situation. Hits that tech, might hit the game.
I mean, he's bringing it back really well. It's just such a scary place to be when you're recovering with that PK Thunder. The last thing you want is that edge guard, but you know it's coming.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that tether played such a huge role there. Time and time again, we saw Crits drift or try to recover high, knowing that he had the safety option being able to tether back to stage. I think that was like the first time where we saw a PK Thunder recovery right there, and it immediately gets sniped. We see why Crits trying to avoid the low angle, because Link can cover that without having to give up full stage control, and perhaps the counter pick coming out.
Crits' Sora has been doing a lot of work. They've been talking about making it their secondary or their co-main. Once they get into those infinite loops, Crits' Sora moves.
So Crits actually, I've seen this a little bit, but do they have the noobs?
Yes, they've definitely been laughing the crap out of
Oh
Sora.
no. It is, we are all done for the
sure.
minute that these Sora mains actually get the noobs going. Alright, the air dodge, are you going to die even with the amazing recovery from Sora? That tech flub is going to cost a stock. This is a rough way to start game 2 down a stock with just about 0%.
There's the beginning of those loops. He's buffering it a little bit, but getting good damage off still. I mean, just 1 or 2 loops of that, and you still... That's like 60%.
And now this is really the problem, like when Sora gets out of this disadvantageous spot, like you have to kind of bait what your opponent's going to do or try to guess. Right there we saw him go for the forward smash, but the eye was on point from Fable, so that option is not quite there.
I like the idea of the recovery with the counter. It looked like it was going to cover a lot because Link's sword reaches, and it surely would have caught, but unfortunately Fable read his read.
The interesting counter right there, like that's one of the weirder moves in the game. Like it does reflect projectiles, but behind you, so not nearly as useful in this matchup of trying to get rid of that boomerang. Falling forward air for solid damage and good knockback, trying to set up a trick with that bomb, but Ritz doesn't really feel pressure, doesn't need to approaching it a rushdown. He's confident to use this platform to reset his specials, but the second he tries to take a step forward, Fable is there with the forward air to claim the second stock. This is looking dire him.
Oh, that was a really good catch. That was an up air into, I believe is a downer, but sends him all the way up. That's what you want to see right now at this point in the game.
But crits, we could see some high percentage combos here at low percent, but every time it feels like he has to reset his jump. Fable's getting these air dodges. He's being a little bit predictable with them. I'd like to see crits like get one of these snoops going and then immediately bail out, read the air dodge in from Fable, and then hard punish.
Right,
so we gotta see an early stock go. You can't just immediately go for these bread and butters right here.
That's the only thing about crits' Sora's. Like, it has been put, like, there is work into it, but it's not as refined as Lucas's right now, so I almost think that playing the Lucas again would have been more beneficial for him.
Boomerang again, forcing crits to edge the double jump, but actually that bomb intercepted the arrow. Perhaps doing crits a wee bit of a favor right there, but the patience, look at that, just dancing around was Fable, not needing to hit a single button. Gave crits just enough room to say, you know what, forget this patience, I'm going in right now. Boomerang again, forcing crits to edge the double jump, but
Who do we
actually
have
that
next? I
bomb
believe that was it.
intercepted the
Actually,
arrow. This is winner semi, so are we best of 3 right here? But the patience, or
I'm
best
so
of 5?
used to, it should be best of 5.
Gotcha. Yeah, these two are like, I think we got a big enough bracket that best of 5 takes up a big portion of it right here. But it just gives us more smash, more opportunity for these two players to adjust. And it looks like Crits is saying Lucas might be the answer. That Sora, it didn't do too bad, but it felt like losing that stock early. Like, rush down Sora is not an archetype. Character does not like to run forward.
Not at all. Then again, Crits is a person that likes to push these characters to their limits.
True.
Make them do things they don't want to do. I mean, they really make it work on the Lucas. I
True.
really have not seen another Lucas play the way the Crits does, and it works so well for him.
It feels like it's safe shield pressure is the answer. Like Crit's game plan with this is just tap with the neutral air, tap with the forward air, and even with things like the forward tilt, you're just like, this is all safe, and if you react inappropriately, I'm immediately going to get a hard punish out of it.
Great patience on that up B.
Oh, just barely missing it. Gets the standard get up appropriately, but just not got the timing right. Oh, we're just missing on the down smash too. 2 big opportunities not paying off for Crits. Instead, he's got back into the corner there, but busts out with that forward air. Good, aggressive option.
He's definitely playing a lot more patient than we've seen in the first 2 games. If he keeps this up, it's going to pay off really huge. He could take a game here.
I agree. And immediately the down air,
Ooh,
double
2 in a
down air
row.
too, and then he can't get the chase down. The good tech away, Fable not immediately pulling any kind of a panic option. Does get the forward air though, but it seems like in these neutral interactions, we're starting to see Crits' new game plan paying off for him. And he waits for it, but can't get the pivot grab it looked like he was going for.
PK fire to explode the bomb.
Oof, and then the forward air, that's the problem against Link. You can have a solid neutral game. You can beat this man 5 times in a row. He only needs to really win those 1 or 2 neutral interactions to rack up a ton of damage and then kill super early.
I think the scariest thing in this game is Link at 100. It doesn't matter if you're at 100, if Link is at 100.
Oh yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, he will kill you at 50. Like, dash attack, forward air, forward smash, like this character has hitboxes.
Ooh.
Double PK freeze? No, can't get the double dip, but does get the tilt instead.
Great ledge pressure on the PK freeze anyway.
Oh, agreed. It's just one of those things that can intercept like any of those linear recoveries or anything that takes a while. This neutral air, like that's like the Link B&B. All the Links have great neutral airs. I think this one might be the best one though. It can actually kill, and it's a little bit bigger hitbox. Oh, point blank range boomerang, but Grits backs off. Good jump away in that situation. I dig that option from Fable.
PK Fire does a really great job of deflecting these bombs. In Fable's play, I think bombs are the scariest thing you can face. Crits having a natural counter with the PK Fire really, really helps him out in his game plan.
Agreed. I think the other thing that he's doing relatively... Oh my god, are you gonna die to that PK Fire?
Wow.
I think he was holding out. I don't know if that should have killed it. Like, this is a heavy character right here.
Right.
Good parry there, but both of them just like, what if we just hold shield? No one wants to whiff a button. Arrow barely sneaking under, and then again the tether intercepted by the bomb. Can't even PK Thunder there, forcing a low recovery, and then barely missing with the bomb. Just that PK Thunder frames away.
There's an excellent angle on that PK Thunder.
I feel like what Fable's doing really well here is the air-to-airs. When Crits plays a little bit more grounded and he can force like Fable to jump above him, he seems to be doing pretty well. But when Fable like has to stay grounded because he's afraid of the air-to-air options from Crits, then it just feels a little bit... You feel the problem of like, which is his speed. These boxing options, the forward tilts and then into the immediate pivot grab from Crits. Not going to quite pay off. Does get the pivot grab off stage though. PK freeze. Not going to hit. Good angle from Fable, but intercepting the double jump. The bomb recovery again, and Crits went for the PK freeze instead of just punishing that.
These bombs are really helping Fable's recovery.
Oh yeah. It just feels like Crits is trying to do these like longer lasting moves that need set up. Oh no, the aggressive forward air. It looked like Crits had the option, but that time Fable decides to hold back, rear back, and let him have the smash attack.
And there it is, Link at 100.
Just like you said. Punishing that. Great call right there, Ham. It just felt like Crits was really bringing it back, but the percentage differential doesn't seem to matter. Link with rage, terrifying creature.
Absolutely. I feel like if Crits was able to somehow edgeguard better at that last stock, I mean...
Oh yeah.
Fable was getting tossed around at the edge,
just couldn't make anything happen, it felt like off stage. Those like 2 or 3 times we saw him try for something, and Fable waited it out, understood what angles he could and couldn't do, and then chose the appropriate time to bomb recover. Like, he bomb recovered low sometimes he did high, like, every single option was just correct. And usually you don't see that happen unless they're reading your soul, or they're playing patient and waiting for you to toss out something committal. And I think that's what was going on right there from Fable. So, coming up next, we have Matador versus Rondamore. This tag is so long that
Flightless.
Okay, Flightless.
Matador and Flightless. Now this is a storied duo.
Oh
We're
no.
seeing the Flightless Donkey Kong.
The Flightless. Also, Rondamore Iguana Bob. I love it.
Oh, that's right, because Flightless is retired. This one isn't.
Alright.
I feel like I only see Flightless play Donkey Kong against Matador.
I wouldn't be surprised because Matador is kind of like the king of cheese. Like, he loves his characters that just like kill randomly off of like one interaction. So just do it to him. Just give it back to him. Fight Jank with Jank.
And I feel like we're seeing it now. I mean, we talked for like 5 seconds and suddenly
90%.
Flightless is
Yeah.
at 90%. It's been 20 seconds. That's Matador. That's
Yep.
Mario.
This character is advantage state is not to be denied against big bodies.
Then again, Flightless is giving it right back to him, just like he said. He's giving him those up
Ding
airs.
dong? Oh, not quite. The percentage is not there.
It's just so funny how swingy this matchup is.
It
Does
is.
he get back? He gets backed.
Does Wario trying to go ahead and recover low, not trying to deal with those transcendent tilts. And it looked like we were trying to get the pivot grab right there from Flightless, but not quite paying off. Great shield pressure right there from Mata. And even better, like, iron defense from this DK. This is the problem. Wario likes to be in the air, but against DK, that back air, probably one of the best ones in the game. Just dead air with the back there? Yes, we are. So Flightless taking that first stock after that explosive start to this match here.
Honestly, I'm almost kind of at a loss for words, because, like, this match is going so much faster than the last one. I mean, they're swinging. They're not letting each other drop any inputs.
No, there is no patience on attack right here. Like you saw right there, that the bike really put that awkward spot for Flightless. It felt like he capped a double jump away right there, and then that's an easy just like tap it in back air from Wario. Okay, now he's swinging a little bit wild though. That forward smash is optimistic, and my god, is he paying for it.
Something happens to Mata when he plays against Flightless. He just wakes up. Like, I feel like you see Mata in a lot of other matches. He's playing his neutral, he's waiting it out. Against Flightless, all bets are off. He does whatever he has to do to get that damage off.
And then Flightless responds back with the absolutely ridiculous options of his own, like down smash when Wario is above you. It's like, I did not think that that was the option. Clearly, I was incorrect. Flightless takes the stock and keeps it even. And now also Waft not on deck. So Mata has to decide if he wants to go in or if he wants to wait this out and try to get a second Waft right here. I don't think we're going to be seeing the patience here. I think it is time to scrap. Great roll in right there, Flightless. Betting it all on the roll away with a giant punch.
Good on Flightless for jumping out of that combo because Lord knows Wario's air combos can be lethal.
Brutal for sure. Great grab right there, setting it up with the bike. Okay, get the connection with that back air, so Flightless able to play a little bit more neutral, gets the cargo back throw, and then can't get the roll away with that grab. It feels like we are definitely at back throw kill percent, maybe even for center stage. Well, clearly Flightless thinks so because he just dash grabbed with Donkey Kong. That is one of those where, like, that is a confident read. Up tilt, not going to finish it. Back air, sweet spot would, but not that weak one.
Goodness gracious.
Just waiting on the roll in with up tilt, and again, it just felt like that lead was so difficult for Wario to scrap through because Flightless could choose whether or not he wanted to stay in shield and allow Wario to approach, or if he wanted to go ahead and toss out things like those those forward tilts, which have transcendent hands, or those back airs, which are so difficult to challenge.
Early a 2-minute game, I feel like I'm watching a Wi-Fi tournament.
Yeah, is this Chunky Kong in disguise? Perhaps. That man put on some upsets too last weekend. No Chunky Kong here. Instead, we got MDVA's Flightless putting on a show with his DK. We'll have to see how Mata can respond.
He said, you thought I'm retired? No, I can still get Mata to work any day.
Of course. These two have been playing for so long that after a while, it's like, it's a pride thing.
Right.
It's like, I might be out of it, but I'm not out of it enough to go ahead and lose to you.
I feel like there's two sides to two people have been playing for a long time. Either you get the really long, drawn-out matches where it's like, I know what you're going to do, you know what I'm going to do, we have to mix it up somehow. Or you get this, where they're just going to swing, they're going to do everything they can. I don't know what I'm going to do, you don't know what I'm going to do.
If I don't think, you can't read me.
Right.
Good grab right there, covering the immediate get-up with the down tilt. Can't get the up tilt back air, and can't get the other one too. Again, I'm most impressed by Flightless's defense.
He's really making Donkey Kong look like, a competent character.
Oh, and then the back air immediately. I don't know if we have a double jump here. I think you have to go ahead and use the bike. Just please jump. Every time Mata does the double back air, it's entirely just like, I think you're going to jump at a disadvantage in the corner, and Flightless knows that habit, and he is not bite once.
I'm surprised that back throw didn't take it.
Agreed. And the roll through again with the up tilt. I don't know if Flightless is reacting to those, or if he just understands that when Mata dashes in like that, he wants to get the roll through. Ooh, armor's good. Please jump.
I almost want Flightless to jump once just to get Mata that validation he needs. Maybe if he hits one of the aerial reads, then he'll stop.
At this point, he desperately needs some of that because this is starting to look a little bit dire here. I feel like Mata needs either a strong combo to finish this off or a Waft at low percents. Speak of the devil, Waft online. Look at this shield. That's one thing that, oh no, you caught in this? You are! I think he gets stuck on the platform and just rolled instead of, got down. Because of that, he just dies. How unfortunate for Flightless. Oh yeah, we're going for a ride.
Hopefully he can keep the momentum going and get this last stock out.
I really like that bite fall up right there.
That is bite falls. His bite use is just so intelligent. He always knows when to catch you with it. It's crazy to watch him, honestly.
It's a really good tool for just forcing your opponent out of shield, because otherwise Wario, you feel like he's going to be jumping around quite a bit trying to land with that neutral air. Just shield it until he tosses a couple of those out and suddenly you don't feel confident enough to toss out that defensive shield. Okay, Donkey Kong's big, and that's the only reason why that worked.
That definitely looks a little cheap to me.
These rolls, though, are getting eaten alive. Matador. In a difficult spot right here. No Waft for another minute plus. Okay, good jump away. Don't ride into that. To ride or die, not ride to your death.
Thinking to myself, myself, I mean, Flightless is such a strong Bayonetta player. Why do we never see the
I should not
Flightless
be.
Bayonetta? But
Yeah, it's been a minute actually since we've seen that. Now that you mention it.
then again, watching Flightless play as Donkey Kong against Mata, he's got such a big body that it covers all the neutral that Wario wants to have. He just doesn't have a safe space on the stage.
It is so stunning to see him just win these matches in a relatively dominant fashion. It feels like if you take off these early stock losses to Waft, he is not just winning neutral, he is dominating at hand. So what do you...
Mata has to find an answer. He has to get back somehow, and the way Flightless is moving with Donkey Kong, he's not letting him.
What do you think that answer is?
I want to say patience, but I feel like Flightless is just going to run him down.
True. Yeah, it feels just so difficult here. Like, even if Mata does play a little bit more patience, like, you can just go ahead and post up at mid-range with those back airs, and how does Wario actually camp that out?
I feel like the answer has to be just well-timed bites, because, I mean, it's working out for him. Flightless seems to be shielding a lot in this matchup. If he can get those bites perfect, he has an answer.
Look at that damage off of the jab block, though. Flightless not showing any signs of slowing down right now. Still back air though, solid damage, and then full stage control, and look at that up air. I do not know how that connected. Pivot grab, gonna cherry him off stage into the forward throw. Good option right there.
And he doesn't lose anything for it. Flightless's Donkey Kong is just terrifying. Okay, maybe he does lose something
Yeah,
for it.
he loses that stock for it. It seems like went a little bit too low, perhaps too much of a fastball right there. That is the problem in this matchup, is that Wario is quick enough to chase you down, so you kind of have to either corner yourself or go to ledge.
Right.
So it can be rough. And then that tiny tech flub, we'll have to see if that Mata's going to be able to take that mistake all the way to the bank.
Matt is building his momentum well. He's getting a few combos off and knowing when to back off. I think that's the other key, is knowing when to back off. You want to get damage on Donkey Kong, but I feel like if you let it go on for too long, he's going to be able to reverse it at some point.
Oh, very much agree right there. You cannot be greedy against this character, not whatsoever. That actually lingered on the bike for so long, my god. And then he converts it into a stock with the back air. So sick from Flightless. But, oh, that wasn't even a full waft. He's not even dead from that. I spoke too soon.
That's another good option, is edge guarding the Donkey Kong. I mean, his recovery really is nothing it's nothing special, right?
The old buff aerial spinning Kong memes here. Yeah, that move is not good whatsoever. No verticality to it whatsoever, and it's pretty linear too. It just has a good disjoint. So if you can beat out that disjoint, then this character is easy to edge guard.
And he's getting greedy for those early kills. I mean, Flightless is fishing for a fair off stage.
Though, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. That is the Flightless, is just to fish for it and get it most of the time now.
Ooh, just barely misses that up there.
Breaking out of the attempted ding-dong with an aggressive forward air. He's got full stage control of it. As soon as I say that, he gets reversal. Awesome off stage, set it up another edge trap situation, but he hasn't really been making too much out of those. It just down tilt into double back here most times, and it just, Flightless hasn't been jumping. I'd like to see perhaps a little bit more patience in these edge traps here. Again, just a double back here, and it doesn't work, but the dash attack too aggressive from Flightless, and Mata with perhaps the turnaround he needs to start this reverse 3-0.
If there's anything we know about Matador, he takes his momentum and he runs with it.
Oh yeah.
You give him an inch, he'll take 10 miles out of it.
This is not a player that you want to like allow to get ahead of steam going.
Absolutely.
Too aggressive from Flightless, and
Honestly, I could see him taking 2 games after this. But also, Flightless's Donkey Kong is nothing to sneeze at, right?
no, this character is so far I've been really impressed by the way he approaches neutral, and I think that if you can out neutral Matador's Wario, you can frustrate him to running in. And that seems to be the recipe for success right here.
He starts with that bite again. I think he's figured out what he has to do to beat Flightless here.
Yeah, I think it's that the unsafe shield pressure that he was tossing out with just hitboxes, those weren't really paying off, so it's been the bite he's been turning to more and more.
When he's resetting his combo, so he's a good 84% on Flightless with no answer. Oof. He's just resetting after reset.
And then immediately the up B out of shield, so now he's catching on to the fact that when he misses those double back airs time and time again, this has started doing those dash attacks, so now he's punished the last 2. I'm curious if we're going to get like the next level of adaptations here where Flightless is going to stop dash attacking and then punish the reaction. Punish the passivity, excuse me.
And there's that famous Matador momentum. I mean, he is really running away with this first stock. Almost would be surprised if he didn't take it first. And the parry will give him a dash attack.
Trying to go ahead and get the forward air, not going to work. Going to get the forward tilt, not going to work. But the bite! You mentioned it, Ham. He's been going to the bite more and more, and it feels like that has been a recipe for success. And he waits on the roll in that time, so no more double back air. The adaptations from Matador, it seems like he understands what he needs to do to go ahead and claim these.
And the bite throw kills him. These bites are really, really helping out his
Agreed.
game. I mean, when you have a big body like that, why wouldn't you want to bite, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just beat so many of this character's stubby hitboxes, basically except for back air. And that bite release almost actually killed. You're dead. Falling up air is so brutal.
He's woken up. This is Matador saying, I've decided I want to win this set.
And very nearly getting down here right there, though. I dig the option from Flightless.
Ooh, the drop down back air. Very clean.
I don't think he had the bike, so because of that, the recovery was going to be super linear, so I understand why he air dodged in. May not have worked out for him, but it's understandable at the very least. Catching the roll again!
Matt is just wailing him with these long combos, and Flightless really, truly does not have an answer of any kind. There's up B fighting. They want to get back to stage.
Look at how much hits on that, like, late hit of the... Okay,
Ooh.
Mata. He doesn't get punished for it, but still.
Right,
He's
right.
trying to kill, like, the high of B. That would have been sick, though.
It would have been a clip. I mean,
Instead, he'll settle for a round of applause and a 2-stock victory, as this deficit for Matador for Flightless, is growing game to game.
now based on the set as a whole, I want to say this last one is anyone's game. Like, I want to see in my head that Flightless wakes back up and he brings it back, but
Instead, he'll settle for a round of
Matt
applause
is
and a
stopping right now.
2-stock victory. Mata has been looking really, really good. The question, okay, you talked about this, so we don't see it as often, but perhaps Flightless going back to the tried and true to try to eke out a Game 5 victory to stop the rising tide that has been Matador's momentum-based gameplay this set.
and there's that great neutral we love about Smash Ultimate.
Just immediately just toss out some safe on-shield options and then pause.
Oh, it's so fun. That's how you can tell they're really good players though, because they know they can do this and
Yeah, but they
not get
know
punished.
they know when a match is a good match.
Right.
I just know when to match, which is all the time.
Right.
That's why they're on stream and I'm on commentary.
Once again, these bites doing a lot of work for Matador. I mean, it's just such an important part of Wario's kit.
Great DI and SDI right there from Mata, though, just basically holding down so that you don't get clipped with that last hitbox on the forward air.
We talked about this at Ladder when Baron was on stream. He's a Southern Virginia, or I guess Central Virginia Bayonetta player that came to Ladder. Matt saw the coolest Bayonetta combo and he wanted to come in and commentate. He said that if you're a Smash 4 veteran, you know how to DI out of every single one of Bayonetta's combos.
True.
You've seen it for years.
You've been traumatized by it.
Right. And it's showing here. He knows what to do in these combos.
Yeah, he's never complacent with his SDI. Please drop shield. Please, for the love of God. Every time, again, the second that you hit a button, Wario's there. He's basically gonna just tap your shield with a down tilt, and then you basically have the option of either up being immediately or trying to just bait something out from Wario. And that time it just felt like Flightless a little bit too passive, trying to stay in shield that whole time.
I'm almost surprised that Flightless got the kill there. I couldn't even tell you what did it.
At 171, just about it. Finally, he was able to get that stock. But we know that Bayo doesn't kill particularly well in this game anymore. But 171, yeah, please.
He's
Double up
doing
tilt,
an
and then
excellent job reading these recoveries from Flightless. I mean, he's catching him with the down air, he's catching him with the up air. Paying off well for him.
agreed, and given that the fact that this character in Bayonetta has a pretty diverse move set to go ahead and toss out different recoveries, that really shows that Mata understands exactly what angles Flightless prefers. Down tilt into up B, good catch even at this percent, but again, the SDI into the immediate neutral air. He just knows.
He just knows. That's what playing Smash 4 does to you. I mean, if you played Smash 4 and you don't know this character, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly. If you don't know Bayonetta and have like 5 or 6 broken stick boxes to show that you've SDI'd, then yeah, you weren't trying to compete.
one stock left on Spiteless. This is his set stock.
So we might be in up tilt back air range. I don't think so. And look at that, back air still not going to kill at center stage. So now this recovery, look at the delay there from Mata. Used every available resource to go ahead and get back to stage. And the forward throw not going to do it. Double jumps away, so he's not going to get hit by the gun either. Patience from both players. Neither one wants to give up a ton of space, but that time Mata tried to run in and claim more stage control, and Flightless was waiting. So last stock for both players. One of these two heading to losers bracket. Triple hit to the forward air, and then forces the tech on that platform. That time Mata teched in. Big damage here from Bayo, but again, the SDI is down and away. Falls out of the combo, and Flightless in an awkward spot. Back air, full stage control, edge trap situation here. We're gonna get the back air. No, good high. Just double jump immediately away, and then falls into another back air though, and that'll do it. The reverse 3-0 from Matador. The switch over to Bayo, not enough to give Flightless the Game 5 victory.
God, in that game, I mean, Mata's shield pressure was just stellar. He would just down tilt like a billion times in a row. He drops his shield for 1 second and he's gone.
Yep, it's actually, Bayo's best options out of shield are really just up B. Like, the character doesn't have a ton of phenomenal frame data, so because of that, if you stand at a distance where you're going to hit with like the max range down tilt, and then immediately wait for Bayo to either up B or do nothing, you can then react to what's going on and then either get a grab off or get like a back air or an up smash. I think that's what Mata was doing. He was trying to bait the up B, trying to bait Flightless into an awkward spot. Are we going immediately into Flightless and losers out of bracket now?
Looks like it. So we're getting Flightless and Snack. I haven't seen these two play in a minute, but once again, we're seeing another Smash 4 veteran playing against the Bayonetta, so if he does not know how to DI these combos, then was he really playing Smash 4?
Let's see if we can provide a bit of an update on the losers side of bracket. So on the other side, we have Same and Kev. LT Same versus Kev. Winner of that is going to face off against Crits on the other side of losers quarterfinals. And what happened to Rel? So Rel, looked like Rel was beaten by Flightless.
Ramondre Iguana Bob.
Exactly. And he looks like he's out now. So we have a few familiar faces here in this latter half of bracket. Flightless trying to go ahead and get his redemption. He just lost to Matador. Let's see if he can't go ahead and immediately take out his frustration on this Yoshi. Alright, starting off with a little bit of Yoshi B and B. This is a quote-unquote fair character. It doesn't really have any ways to skip too many phases of the game outside of double jump armor.
Right.
So really what we're going to see in this is a lot of like just 1 and 2 pieces. This character's got good frame data and great aerial mobility. So Flightless has to go ahead and get a lead and keep it, because otherwise this Yoshi is going to just be a terror to try to track down.
I like the down B read attempt by Flightless. Unfortunately, again, Snack knows Bayonetta. He knows what Bayonetta wants to go for, so if Snack's anything, he is a database for Smash. I mean, you look at his phone, his notes are entirely just character matchups.
Really?
I don't doubt that he's read some of his Bayonetta notes right before this.
His reactions on these grabs have been immaculate too, just blowing up standard get up twice in a row with a grab, which is a fairly committal option right there, and then finally tosses out the up air and gets that stock. Now this is the hard part in any career against Yoshi. This character has the ability to just camp you out. He can just run away and play super defensively, force you to track him down, and the aerial mobility for Yoshi, one of the best in the game.
Right, and it's no wonder that he, I mean, just totally bodies all of Fighter Pass 2, because he has all the tools that you would want to go head-to-head with any of them.
Does he beat Fire Mithra?
He does. He does.
I'm interested in that one.
I think that's one of the harder ones for Fighter Pass 2, but still an excellent job. He can camp them out. He can force them to come to him.
And then he can just double jump armor out of Mithra's nonsense.
Right. He's playing very patiently against Flightless.
Yeah, that I feel like when this game started off, Yoshi was relatively high in the tier list, and then he had a precipitous fall. And I think the reason for that is people realize that, well, just don't interact. Just force him to come to you. And then we saw folks like Raptor and the Wall from Smash 4. Like, they had that playstyle figured out in Smash 4. It's just don't interact. Force your opponent to come to you, force them to track you down. If Yoshi gets a lead, he is a significantly better character.
Absolutely, he is. He's honestly a force to be reckoned with. Like,
Agreed.
I feel like most people are like, yeah, this is like Peach's game to be strong, this is Pikachu's game to be strong. I think for me the huge standout is Yoshi, because Yoshi's always been like an okay character, but for how, as Snack puts it, as for how easy Yoshi is, there's a lot of payoff for playing that character.
Agreed, just a fundamental character rather than an easy character. It's like, it is hard to be like super defensive and to be like not, or willing to not hit buttons. But that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Like Flightless is out-patienting this Yoshi, and they're both just like, alright, we're gonna retreat to opposite sides of the stage and taunt, and then eventually one of us is gonna have to go in, right? Neutral air to intercept Bayo's recovery. Oh no, you baited that out so hard. It lasted so much longer than one would expect. Okay, calling out.
Down B.
Beautiful option right there from Flightless.
Red is soul.
Solid damage going for the consistent confirms right there. Not going to give Yoshi the opportunity to double jump armor out of those combos. Just wait. Perfect patience. And then the second that he tosses out the unsafe option, it gets hard punished. That's the problem. Is like if you commit, like yes, you might have a great reward, but the risk is so high at that percent that you need this kind of patience.
Right, if there's any shield in this game you don't want to touch, absolutely Yoshi. I mean, he's got his up smash, he's got his nair. You go in, that's your fault. You gotta hold that.
Now, how do you actually make this lead back up becomes the question. It isn't heel sliding onto a shield. Missing the tech. Are we going to get big damage? No. Misses one up air, and Bayo trying to get a hard punish out of it, but a little bit of spaghetti right there. Both players dropping their punishes.
I mentioned this earlier in the Flightless versus Matador set, where it was like, there's two sides of players who have been playing each other a lot. We saw the swingy part in Mata Flightless. We're seeing the other half here.
Oh,
they
yeah.
both know what they both want to do.
Okay, Bayonetta still got some nonsense. My God, using the frame one air dodge to get out of that situation.
Interesting that he goes for a down throw here.
I think just trying to set up a an awkward spot with the angles. You basically want Bayo to be on the ground in these tech spots because Yoshi can just track down a lot of what she's trying to do. Double egg, neither one going to connect. That is going to be a delayed recovery. Good one right there from Flightless. Forward throw to get full stage control, but that's going to stale Bayo's only kill move in this matchup. Or kill throw, excuse me, in this matchup. Cross up back air going to work. Neither is the back air from Bayo. Both of these characters just kind of swinging. Now we're in that spot where neither of them have like solid kill moves from like a throw, so you just have to toss things out and get those one neutral wins you need to claim the game. Who's going to get it first? Snack with the back air. The fade back was beautiful.
He played that out so well. I mean, if there's anything Snack can do, it's wait it out as long as he wants to. Very, very lame Yoshi player, but I mean, if you're playing Yoshi, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, there's a reason why this character has become more defensive. It's the optimal way to play him in this meta. Bowser, I really like this pick. I think that Bowser does really well against Yoshi, actually.
I agree, and then again, I mean, Snack has told me the only matchup that he knows by heart, or not by heart, but that he knows the most is Bowser, and it's because he's spent so many years playing File.
We'll have to see if Flightless's Bowser can match up to Files. That is a tall task right here. Basically, like, the reason why Bowser does so well here is that he is just so good at destroying you incredibly early and just getting rid of this pseudo shield pressure from Yoshi. If there's one character that has the best shield in the game, I think it may be Bowser. Oh, gets clipped with that egg, and I don't think he has a double jump, so that is an easy egg lay right there from Snack. Down throw to get full stage control. Is he going to just egg lay? Yep, and that basically you have to respect that at edge. If you want to challenge with anything, like Bowser Bomb, I think is the only thing that beats it out.
Just a little late on that forward air.
Neutral air, yeah, not disjointed enough to beat out that up air and the trade and not going Bowser's way. He just waited it out, didn't he? He just ran up to him and just waited, like said, you can hit whatever button you want. I'm going to side B you after you're done.
I feel like that's what Flightless just does with these heavies. He just waits and then he does whatever he wants to do.
As soon as it's his turn, it's like, all right, I'm going to let you have it. You're not going to like this.
Again, Snack is really showing he knows the way Bowser moves after he hits him. He just knows everything that connects, more so than I've seen before, I feel.
This is the problem, is like what Flightless is trying to do is trying to like run in and use a superior shield. It's like, oh my
goodness, he stole that stock.
I don't want to talk about shield pressure, I want to talk about that drop kick all of a sudden. Flightless just with a great call out gets that stock, but not a ton of extra credit as Snack responds immediately with a drag down back air and do a forward smash of his own. Big damage here? No, unsafe option right there, and that's an easy whirling fortress.
He's really laying these eggs on him. I was gonna say laying the egg wave, but then I realized that was kind of too on the nose.
Gotcha. Low recovery right there, and now, yeah, don't drift into that. Thank God Snack pulled up right there, because if he drifted into a fully charged Ballard Reserve forward smash, I was gonna have to like have a word with him afterwards. Just like,
right.
Yeah, let him do that.
Honestly, I feel like we wouldn't have to say anything. File would just wake up and just. What were
I
you
sense a disturbance.
Right.
These eggs have been so expertly placed by Snack. Every single time it just completely feels like it stops this Bowser's momentum. Oh, stuck on the platform into the side B. Great tech chase right there, but not gonna claim the game.
Excellent DI to save himself there.
Okay, now he's fishing for it a little bit. Yes, dashing into the immediate turnaround, because that starts in front of you, it's a little bit slower, but it catches jumps so well. That disjoint is not to be messed with.
Sometimes you can see Snack get a point in his sets, especially at the very end. If it's like a very close game, everybody's at kill percent, everybody has like a one-hit kill, you can see him start to fish, and I think that's really where his downfall is.
You gotta go ahead and get some better bait. That's the problem, is whenever you start fishing for things, if you haven't set it up, then it's bad. But if you go ahead and condition your opponent to make particular moves, then you can start to toss out those more aggressive hitboxes. And what is this?
I feel like he's just pressing the random button in his head and like, okay, I'll play Cold this time.
Just like, check my notes, what character haven't I played tonight? Well, alright.
He's playing Smashdown, we don't know it.
It could be. You're just working with squads. So Cloud Yoshi is historically pretty good for Cloud because big sword. Yoshi doesn't like big swords. I was kind of going to say he should drag him down, and then I thought about it, it's like, oh, Yoshi, that's no way that would have worked.
Right.
So good, like, patience right there from Flightless.
Flightless just continues to amaze me. I feel like he pulls up these characters and he just makes them work.
I feel like the common factor is just this player's phenomenal neutral.
Right. And again, they know each other so well they can just taunt whenever they want to, and it's no BM.
I mean, I respect them for not putting us through the Bayo Yoshi games, because those were slow. Neither character really wanted to toss out anything unsafe. So you just ended up with both characters standing at the other side of the stage and like, I don't want to actually play yet. Oh, the opportune timing on the limit, and then he goes for the suicide. Flightless, sending a message right there. A little bit of a taunt right there from Snack. I think that's a respectful one right there. That's one of those, like, yeah, you got that. Good stuff.
I feel like that's the vibe of Soul, usually. It's just a bunch of players that have known each other for a long time. A lot of the people that we see are people that have been in the region for a while. You just get friendly matches like this. Yet they don't cease to entertain.
Not at all. Back air again, that's the problem, is Yoshi doesn't really have a quick aerial that hits him like too far in front of him. His Nair's the best one that he's gotten. It is stubby compared to Cloud's back air. Most aerials are stubby compared to Cloud's back air though. Patience right there from Snack, not trying to go ahead and interact with the glowing blue man, just allow him to do whatever he wants as long as it is not in limit cross-slash range.
I really liked that drift back double jump. It helps avoid the cross-slash.
Agreed.
Honestly, his toe is touching it.
Yeah, he just barely got clipped by the edge of it and just hold out. Now, we've seen him use these platforms really well, Snack has, to basically just maneuver around this Cloud. The problem is that he isn't getting the hits he needs to claim a lead here. He's picking his spots, but, I mean, he's not beating out Flightless's neutral.
And there's that DI saving him once again.
Ah, good jump away right there. That Blade Beam was a good choice by Flightless.
Missed the up smash confirm. It's not what you
You should be dead? Oh, great tech. I thought he was going to go for the neutral air to just... we hit neutral air to hit him out.
That egg might do it. No.
No, he had his double. This is the B reverse right there on the egg lay. Actually manages to punish the back air with an up air, so that will do it. Even at high percents, people say Cloud can't kill, but if he's playing super safe neutral the entire game, does he really need to kill early?
Pointless is running away with this. Smash 4 player through and through. I mean, he has a Bayonetta, he can pull out a Cloud.
I just realized this. He just played like 3 of the more disgusting characters in that game. Smash 4 Bowser was nonsense, by the way.
Next thing you know, we're gonna see like a flightless Diddy Kong.
Yo, is me Brawler though?
I mean, you can't make them small anymore, it's not the same.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Small Me Brawler was a goddamn menace. People just didn't know how awful that character was to deal with. So
Also, I don't know if I'm in the mood to watch Flightless make a me right now.
Alright, so that was a pretty commanding victory right there by Flightless. A statement win with another one of his counterpick characters, perhaps. The question becomes, Ham, how much money you got on him changing again?
I feel like the Cloud stays. I think that was a really dominating game. I think that was really like his game to lose. Then again, he's waiting, so I think he changes. I don't think we see Cloud again.
You taking recommendations from the crowd, perhaps? Like, you guys pick my character.
Oh, what is he hovering? What is he hovering?
Okay, okay.
It's back! It's back. I don't know, Cloud is too... That's a really easy character. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Zach says Yoshi is easy. No, Cloud is easy.
You hear that, Letter Rain? Finally. More people agree with me about this character.
I mean, the character... His back air. His back air plays the game for you.
It is back air the character. Like, any additional sauce that you add is unnecessary. The optimal way to play this character is with the least amount of sauce possible.
Right. The reason Inkling fell off so hard, people thought their back air was the best thing in the game.
Yeah.
And then they discovered Cloud back air was still really good.
Everybody thought this character was awful until they remembered that he has back air.
And after that, it was done for Inkling. It's like, oh, you have a back air that's good. Cloud's is like 10 times better.
I am on the nerf all back airs train. I think that every single character in this game has a good back air, and we need to change that. Nerf all back airs. Every single one. So far it is pretty even right here. Good spot dodges here, and that's one thing that we can see Snack try to work into his defensive toolkit. Cloud tends to like have a little bit of problems hitting spot dodge because really the only thing he has is a side B that lingers a ton. Claiming space with that forward air, gets the egg, so we have to expend our double jump there, and that means that that limit is gone. Another barrage of projectiles, not enough to claim the stock, but it put Flightless in such an awful position that up air was easy.
He's playing with his food. Almost gets the shield break. He gets grabbed for it.
I'm stunned that this character has absolutely nothing that they can do off of grab at 0. That is wild. Up tilt, no double jump here for Yoshi, so just the air dodge onto the platform, and Flightless not in a position to punish. Snack tries to go ahead and shark underneath with that up air, but not going to work out, and then just retreating. The dash attack barely clips him, but again, good DI. Ham, you brought it up a couple times in the past. This man's DI has been on point all night.
The man knows how to not die.
Oh yeah.
That's why he does so well in bracket. He's figured out the key to winning is just to not die.
Exactly. It's so simple. He's cracked the code.
That's it. Snack is keeping it a lot more even this game. A lot more than the last 2 games, even. He's swinging a lot more, which is what you want to see against the Cloud, but once again, Cloud is Cloud, and he racks up damage like nobody's business.
These double eggs again. It just puts it. It just takes all of the momentum that Flightless is trying to build away. He's like trying to dash in and get an edge trap, and then Yoshi's like, "Nah, you can stay over there, please."
He really loves these cross/ledge traps.
They cover so much space.
It really does. Fortunately, Snack has learned.
And not quite blow up the standard get up with that neutral air. So now you have to try to get one of these stray hits. Both characters are going to rely on them at this percent. I don't think either of these characters really have like a kill confirm at high percents. They both kind of need to swing a little bit, and that's where Cloud has the advantage because big old sword. Speak of the devil, that dash attack twice in a row now, where Snack has been trying to jump around, and then that's the only thing that Flightless needed to read, but
A raw up smash will do it.
That it will.
Cloud is just allowed to do so much. Like as a character, he can swing and run away and not get punished for it.
It's a multiple choice question where 3 out of the 4 like answers are already scratched out.
Right.
Like, he's just up being now. Like, this is one of those where, like, Flightless is just like, he's found the solution to the problem. It's more up B.
Right.
And then
He's
it
like, if
makes
it's
it a
not
back air.
broken, don't fix it.
Agreed. I like to say that this is the good player, like, mix-up, which is force me to respect your options. Like, until you actually beat this move, why would I do anything else?
I guess we saw it from Nada when he was constantly predicting the jump.
Could be.
He predicted it later.
Tries to get the down smash to cover a roll in, but not quite enough. Limit on deck here. Side B shouldn't kill quite yet. We need another about 20 or so %. Okay.
Oh, goes for the finishing touch.
That is insane to me. Because even if that hits, I probably would have killed, but if it misses or if it just like barely clips him, it's 1%. So that was definitely an all or nothing play right there for Flightless. Oh, you might be dead because you used your double jump.
Oh yeah, that's
so
it.
sad.
Oh, that's not how you want to see a set end.
No, he used his double jump and then aggressively egged back to stage, but Cloud Sword disjointed enough to cut through your projectile and your stock.
Flightless moves on.
Oh, you might be dead because you used your double jump. He does. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I would not be surprised if Flightless is hankering for a comeback win against Matador and Grands.
Right. Maybe we'll see more Donkey Kong. Maybe we won't.
God only knows. Let's see who we got on the other side. So LT same 3-0 over Kev. Same then 3-1 crit. So it looks like it's going to be same versus Snack coming up next in the losers semifinals. On the other side, we are waiting on Matador and Fable for winners finals. I'm not sure which one we're going to be doing next.
LT Same and Flightless will be interesting. Because LT Same's only been running Min today. I can't even picture how Bayonetta does against Min in my head.
Not good. Bayo can like chase down Min, but the neutral is just so disheartening. In addition, Bayo's up B doesn't automatically snap ledge, so it's really easy to two-framer. And even though the recovery is good, it's not that good.
Do you think he brings the Cloud back for the Min then?
I wouldn't be surprised. Cloud isn't great in that matchup, but pretty solid. Out of all the characters that I've seen tonight, it might be the best. It's either that or it's like ride or die with your main.
Right. I mean, if I were him, I really wouldn't want to go heavy into Min. As much as you like want to get that
No.
damage into her,
You are
can't get
100%
behind it.
correct. Min destroys, I think, every single one of the heavies. It is not a good matchup for any of them.
And we're seeing Mata and Fable first.
Alright, so Fable gonna be rocking that Link likely?
Wario!
Alright, there we go. I'm sitting there waiting for him, like, Alright, let's get into winners finals here at TOL number 13. And we've got Matador versus Fable. Cam, who you got in this matchup?
I think I have Matador. I think his patience wins here. I think he can get those long combos like we're seeing right now. I think we see Mata play a lot more patient than he has in the previous sets, and it's going to pay off a lot for him, because Fable's not going to be able to choke him out with those bombs if he's not coming up to him.
Solid analysis right here, and so far we're kind of seeing that explosive combo game that you mentioned briefly. Just this man in Fable has been in disadvantage since second one. And this, I think, is the first time where he gets to play neutral. Until he gets clipped with the back air and the down air. Not quite going to kill yet. Link is a heavy boy.
There's that Fable bomb recovery.
Definitely going to be clutch here. I feel like if you find yourself in a position where you're offstage against Wario, you need to trick him. So those bomb recoveries need to be on point.
It's a really good way to mix them up, because as we've seen, Mata really loves destroying your ledge hang with that bike. If you can launch yourself far away from that ledge, far away from that bike, you've got it.
And we're seeing a bit of the weight differential and the rage come into factor here, as Fable actually claims the first stock. He got taken to triple-digit % before Mata got clipped above 10, and he still loses the first stock.
And he still isn't dead, even after that dash attack.
Good roll in. This neutral air is going to be such a tool here for Fable too. It is more disjointed than Wario's, and Wario doesn't really have a ton of great disjointed approaching aerials that hit like at that angle. So you just go ahead and toss it out, and unless Wario is below you where he can up air, you just kind of have to take it.
Fable's definitely getting a lot more swingy. We're not seeing as much item play as we did when he played crits. He can't afford to. I mean, he has to get close to Matador, and that's kind of what Mata wants you to do.
True, yeah. It's, now that you mention it, usually in our last set, we saw Fable, like, immediately, whenever he had the opportunity, back off and pull out a bomb. Has not really had the opportunity to do that here. Mata's kept up the pressure. Alright, that was a like sellout option right there. That was one of those where you're gonna run into this up smash, right? Please tell me you're gonna run into the up smash.
Interesting interaction with the bomb on the bike there. It bounced off of the bike. Oh, and he gets the full waft.
I cannot believe that Fable died right there. It felt like he was holding down because he went at that straight horizontal angle.
I thought he would have gotten back, at least with a bomb or an uppie or something.
Yeah, I just never had the opportunity to do so. I think like that was one of those spots where you hold down to start off, and then you have to hold up so that you like go higher instead of that straight out angle.
Huh. Did you know that Wario could eat Link's boomerang like that?
Yeah, he can eat every physical projectile. If it has a hurt box that you can interact with, he can eat it.
Amazing. He just ate it right midair.
Yep, thanks for the snack. The thing is, and I punished him for this earlier, there's a long animation to eating, so you can toss out a projectile and go out there and kill him for it.
Fable is throwing out these up airs like nobody's business. I mean, he really, really wants to catch meta with it. It's a fine option. I mean, Wario does love to be in the air, and if he catches him with the up air, that's a lot of damage, it's a lot of knockback.
But it's a little committal.
It's true. It lingers for so long, you have to wait.
He actually reversed the up B. Brilliant by Fable, and he claims the stock in the game. Twice in a row, the percentage differential is heavily leaning Matador's way, and Fable comes up on top both times.
Fable once again proving that he's a player that you really can't discount anytime.
No.
I mean, he's just...
It's a little committal.
He's so good at switching up his playstyle. He can camp you out if he needs to, he can run in if he needs to. Love to see more of this player.
Definitely. I mean, it feels like 2 times in a row we've seen him push to the brink, and then he responds immediately with aggressive options. Because, like, we got to talk about how confident you have to be to B reverse that up B, because there's no real drift on that. He was not coming back from that. So he just basically baited Mata to go super deep to try to get the edge guard and said, okay, one of us is dying, but it isn't me.
I was going to compliment Matter for taking the bomb away because that's such an integral part of Fable's recovery, and Fable does that. He B-reverses on Matta and on us, I guess.
True.
Matta takes the first stock when we blink. He's mad now.
Yeah, he's definitely... I would be angry too, wouldn't you?
Right.
That's definitely one of those where it's like, yeah, you see the kill screen and you're like, oh yeah, I win. Wait a minute.
It really looked like he had that set, or that game. He's playing more patient, he's getting these combos out.
Awesome off stage, we're gonna get the weak hit of the forward air, so now you have to bomb recover, and he didn't have enough time. It looked like he didn't turn it around to get hit out rather than in.
This is another one of those times where you see Matta decide, I'm gonna win the set, actually.
Yeah, perhaps. It's like, you got that clip, that was nice and all, but I'm gonna get that dub.
Right, right. He said, there's a $100 pot bonus, I'm taking it, it's mine.
This man needs some gas money.
I like the idea with the bomb and the up smash weight, but not quite enough to phase Matta.
Look at the spacing right there. Mata not scared at all. Those 2 killing options right there from Fable. If either one of them connected, he was done. But he's confident enough to be like, yeah, your spacing's off. I'm just gonna wait. He just half lost.
That was a minute-and-a-half game. It was a minute and a half, and he just ran away with it.
I guess the lesson is don't win game 1 in janky fashion against Matador.
Don't ever deny grand finals for Matador.
He wants grand finals winner's side, not content to claw his way back with a loser's run.
Minute-and-a-half game. He's definitely mad. He's woken up. He's like...
Matador? I know it's lame.
He's like, I live far away from this venue. You make me travel so far. I'm not winning this pot bonus.
He's 100% out here for the gas money.
I mean, goodness, that waft was beautiful.
It was. It was one of those where it only worked because he recognized that in that space there was nothing more that Link could do. Link had to just drift in right there. He couldn't double jump, he couldn't air dodge, he just had to kind of occupy that space. So yeah, toss out the killing blow.
And that's the greatest thing about, honestly, watching character specialists. Like, they're so familiar with their character, they don't even have to think twice about what they do. It's just, what can the other character not do?
Knowledge is power. Alright, good up B, immediately out of shield. Then the slide off DI. Matt is one of the few players that does that consistently in the region too. He'll like DI towards the edge of the platform, so he'll slide off and then immediately can toss out an aggressive area. But drops his shield, and this time it is Fable getting that first stock really early.
Fable's bad too, I guess. Neither of them want to give up grand finals from the winner's side. And I mean, looking at loser's side, I don't really blame either of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a run for whoever's going to make it.
Fable once again showing that we should never ever discount him. I mean, he's playing this wonderfully. He's not letting Mata get back to stage. He's taking away his bike, not letting him recover.
We are approaching like half WAP in the next 5 to 10 seconds, but it looks like it doesn't matter. Or perhaps we're going to need to see that WAP kill immediately because good God, at 80% and 2 stocks down, Mata needs one heck of a comeback, and I think it starts with that down B. Good chase down on the tech chase. Cannot get the neutral air out of shield though, so another platform punish twice in a row. These platforms have been terrifying. He has time to do that? That's stunning. He has time to drop shield and then up smash in between the hits of that up smash from Link.
Honestly, great patience from Fable this game. He's really not letting Mata's famous shield pressure scare him. He's just waiting for him to do whatever he wants to do in the shield and then taking over for it.
So full WAP is just about here, and I think this is the key to success for Fable. Don't get hit by a nonsense WAP combo. Like you have to like hard play around, like falling neutral air or up tilt. Do not let yourself become a victim to this absolute nonsense that Matador is known for.
I mean, Mata wins one neutral combo, he gets that WAP, and suddenly stocks are even. And we've seen Mata come back from worse.
We're at that point where, yeah, forward tilt will do it, forward air will do it. We're getting to the close to seeing, like, neutral air at ledge taking the kill.
Good drift away to avoid Fable's ledge trapping. Will it be enough?
Boomerang is out, but a good wait right there in shield from Mata up there. Not going to quite do it yet. The bomb.
Oh.
Sneaky option from Fable and a 2-stock victory. No WAP, no comeback. Fable gets the dub.
Fable's doing a really great job waiting out these shield pressures. I mean, he drops shield, he grabs Mata right away, and he throws him up. That's such a good item setup for Link. I mean, Fable knows what he wants to do, and he's executing it perfectly.
Agreed. So now the question becomes, we've seen both these players go back and forth, kind of wailing on each other. It feels like there hasn't been a slow, methodical game yet. It's just been, I'm going to get the Twitch clip, and now it's your turn.
Right,
so
right.
now are we back onto the turn-based gameplay right here, where Mata's going to go ahead and take it back, or can Fable clutch it out in a bit of an upset victory here?
I don't even want to count how many up airs that was in a row. I mean...
Enough. It's enough up airs in a row.
Not for Mata, he was still going. 60% in the first 20 seconds is nothing to sneeze at.
No, that is one heck of a combo to start it off, but these boomerangs are just wreaking havoc with the flight path of Wario. He just can't choose those angles that he usually likes to approach from, because the coverage from Fable with these boomerangs have been immaculate. That is...
What is the answer for Matador here? How does he take this back from Fable?
I think what you need to do is you need to apply pressure and then get those double jump reads, because time and time again we've seen this Link feel like he can air-to-air Wario. That should not happen.
Right.
You're the faster character, you have more explosive and safer options to toss out. I want to see Mata dominate the air.
Wario's air game is definitely better than Link's, so you're right. I mean, if he can get Link in the air, he can juggle him however he wants to, and then he can get those full WAP kills. He's got the set.
I would like to see that for sure, but I mean, Fable's like his mix-up game has just been on point so far. But this is like, whenever Fable like jumps in to use a neutral air, if you approach it from above or from like a 45-degree angle higher than Link, then there's nothing that Link can actually do that'll toss out a hitbox over there quickly. All he has is forward air that covers that. That is slow. Can't get the dash grab though, so now Fable with a good opportunity here at ledge has to air dodge back and now stuck on the platform, but the grab, the immediate empty full hop.
Mata's defense game is really stepping up this game.
It is.
Which is honestly, I think that's what he needs. I think that's the key to beating Fable here. Fable's aggression is just, it's so scary. You have to be able to have a clean defense and not let him through it all.
So 2 back airs in a row of claimed Fable stock, and this is exactly where you want to be as a Wario main. Solid lead, waft on deck, and the question is, when is the killing blow going to come? These neutral airs actually beat Wario Bike. That's nonsense. Oh my. That's actually it. Oh my god. I thought that the DI was on point from Fable because he went right to the corner, and usually when you see that around that percent, you think maybe they can survive. But I always constantly underestimate how good Wario Waft is.
I mean, it looked like he was moving slow enough. It's like, oh, he's got the DI, and then he just doesn't.
Nope, just dead. Maybe if he double jumps, he was a little bit higher than that, but that is always a rough spot to react that quickly.
Yeah, that's already a game 5. They're blowing through these games.
Yeah, these have been like 2-minute games whatsoever.
This isn't even set, really. I can't even tell you who I think is going to win this one.
I mean, it's back to that turn-based situation here. Mata just put on a show, and now it's Fable's turn to respond.
My heart wants to say Mata takes this because I feel like I have more faith in Mata's long combo strings, but also Fable surprises me time and time again.
My mind tells me Wario and Matador. My heart tells me I want to see Fable go ahead and get this upset because he's been playing really, really well here, out-cheesing Wario in several situations. That Game 1 win was a clip of the tournament so far. Let's see what else Fable's got in store for us.
I like Mata's patience when Fable was laying on the ground. You expect him to do a get-up attack, so he just waits. And I mean, that's a great way to avoid a get-up attack.
True. Those delayed options are sometimes the best.
Waiting out the up B, very smart.
Good up tilt too, like that's one thing that Fable's been employing quite a bit. It catches these jumps from Mata's Wario, and we all know the Wario wants to go ahead and jump and land something like an up air or a neutral air.
The bites are coming out once again. That might help him here, I think. If he gets more bites, I think that might help him out. I mean, I think bite is just such a valuable part of Wario. You can't not use it, you know?
Agreed. You have to take away your opponent's shield. That's the biggest weakness that Wario has, is that a lot of his moves are like unsafe shield pressure, and a lot of characters can go ahead and punish those. If you can take away that safe defensive tool from your opponent and make them scared to shield, then your aerials all get so much better.
Right. And it'll pay off here because Fable's been really holding his shield against Mata. Like, he's not dropping it, and I feel like if he gets a bite down, he makes Fable scared to shield, and then he can do whatever he wants to do.
The trade, DBZ for sure. Both characters going to go ahead and lose that first stock at the same time. The reversing the bite right there and trying to follow up with the immediate up tilt into death, but no such luck here for Mata.
The Waft is online. If he can get a stock with this, that's a huge lead.
Yeah, this is don't get up tilted. Oh, he rolled into, but Mata didn't pull the trigger. So the up air was disjointed enough to actually fully beat out that neutral air attempt from Link, and it led him to WAP. That is disheartening, because you know Link wants to nair. It's such a good move.
Right.
Whereas just said, yeah, but mine's better. Okay, Mata, I dig it.
He's getting ballsy. He's getting ballsy.
I've seen him do that a lot where he gets like the drag down bite to suicide as soon as he gets a stock lead. And it's like, yeah, why not?
He loves those drag down bite kills. I mean, I don't blame him. It's really funny.
Look at the damage, too. This is looking dire here for Fable. You need to go ahead and claim these stocks early with something wild, like a forward smash or an up smash at this percent will do it. Maybe even a forward air at edge, setting the bomb up, and then cannot get the tech. I think he got forced under the lip of the stage, so that's such an awkward angle to expect the tech from.
I was gonna say Fable needs a miracle, but he just needs his bombs.
Yeah, he just needs some consistent neutral right now. We've seen the weight differential favor Fable throughout the set. The blank range boomerang not going to do it.
Interesting play with the bike.
I feel like that's kind of like Mata's, his specialization with Wario. He is definitely a bike specialist. He loves using that option.
For sure.
Bomb recovery, and then the center stage for Fable here at 139%. He just needs like 2 hits. Forward tilt will probably kill at edge, or dash attack will kill at edge. Oh no, the bad DI!
I thought he was gonna live that.
Yeah, that was definitely bad DI right there. That is so sad to see the set end in that way, because it felt like Fable certainly had a chance to bring it back.
And that is Matador in Grand Finals, winner side.
And Fable gonna have to go ahead and make a difficult couple losers games. We're gonna have LT Same versus Flightless in loser semis. Winner of that faces off against this Link player, and I don't know who I favor among those 3 players.
Very, very scary top 4, honestly. I mean, I can't even think who's gonna win between LT Same and Flightless. Like,
No.
LT Same has been ripping through this bracket, because I don't think Flightless knew, or I don't think Crits knew who he was, so he might have been a little underseeded, but he's tearing through.
Gotcha.
And I mean, Minmin is a scary character.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a, it's a matchup check to start off with, because if you don't know how to approach the matchup, then you're just going to lose to Min. But even after the matchup check is over, the character is still good. Like, just because you understand what the Min's trying to do to you, doesn't mean you understand what you need to do to counter it immediately, because there's a ton of mix-ups that you can do as a Min player to just, like, throw little wrinkles in your opponent's game plan.
Right. I guess if you're not a Min player, she seems so one-dimensional. I mean, it's like, oh, she's got, like, she hits you with her arms, and then what? But, like, the thing about players who have characters who have less options like that, they know everything. They know everything that they can do. They know all the little things that they can exploit. You can't you really can't discount Min players.
I agree. I feel like what the character does particularly well and why the character is so frustrating to play against is because it forces you into neutral situations where your opponent does not need to take a risk. So you as Min, you toss out these options that cover half of the stage, and if they miss, 9 times out of 10 you're just giving up a tiny bit of stage control. You can just fade back and put yourself in the corner and re-engage. And of those neutral interactions, you can literally just watch what your opponent's reactions are. Just take a note of what they're trying to do, how they're getting around your options, and then say, oh, when I hit them with Megawatt Hammer, usually they jump. Oh, when I hit them with Chakram, usually they spot dodge or roll in. Just bank those options time and time again, get a list going, and then eventually in key moments, you toss them the complete changeup.
Right.
And then at that point, it's like, well, yeah, you had enough time to react to how I was trying to approach you, and I lost a set for it.
Well, at this point, I'm gonna tap out. I'll go find another commentator for you, but it was lovely commentating.
Definitely, we haven't worked together before, so always a pleasure. I'm to work with new casters in the region, and this was a fun couple matches, I think.
You should come out to Ladder, commentate again.
When's the next one?
Thank you for having me. Sunday. Or, sorry, did you say when or?
Yeah, when is the next ladder?
Sunday.
Let's see if I can't find it. I think ladder has its own Twitter, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Ladder turns.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
will.
every Sunday.
It has been a minute, so definitely. Thank you so much. Will do. Thanks again. Alright, so we are getting started here. Flightless going to be stepping up to the plate. LT same. Alright, Flightless LT same. DK versus Min. Not a matchup that most DK players enjoy because of how brutalized this character gets when forced into the corner, but we will have to see if Flightless has a little bit of that old black magic to toss out some incredibly interesting options here. Misses attack right there, but unable to get the down air is LT same. A couple down airs in a row. This is like an interesting aggressive option from this Min. And then, unfortunately, no double jump it looked like, so Flightless immediately, with that up B, not going to give him enough verticality to recover. Ding and Dong, not quite going to kill, though. 99% for this Min, so this is a dangerous percentage, though. Toss him off stage. No! Interesting, going for the back throw, and good reactions by Same. Make it back. Charging up, and that Chakram barely missed. Ram very nearly claiming DK's life. The weak hit of the back air actually kills. Oh no! I think Same was holding out right there, trying to fade away from the back air. Dragon Laser claims that stock, and this is blow for blow. We are a minute and 15 seconds in, and already on DK's final stock. Flightless needs to go ahead and find a way to consistently get in on this Min and claim these stocks early. Great combo, and then tries to get the run off forward air. Can't get it, but the spinning Kong will. What an option from Flightless. Down tilt into, tries for the down B, but not quite going to work out, so now forced into the corner here is Flightless. And joined the mic by Matador. How's it going, Mata?
Am I not supposed to be able to hear you?
Oh yeah, we can't hear each other.
Oh, okay, so alright, I got you. Alright, so is this game one?
This is game one, yeah, they just got started here, and just got finished too.
Being DK at Ledge versus Min, not fun. No. However, this is one of DK's, like, probably better, like, alright, I got you. Of the two, it's like, you can cheese Min and Pyramithra just because of cargo throws. True. And that's like, that's like your big, like, haha thing. Like, you can't, like, the moment you lose, like, neutral, it's just like...
It's over, yeah. But we already saw it, like, he got a really good combo across the stage, and then killed with, of all things, aerial spinning Kong. Because they just, like, hit the mid just far enough away.
No, that makes sense.
So DK's got options to edge guard with this character, but good god, his neutral hard.
Yeah.
Just give up, basically. It's like, accept the fact that you're never going to win neutral.
Like, I've heard different things about this matchup where it's like, it's DK's best DLC matchup. That's still awful. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's DK's best DLC matchup because it's like only a -2. This character does not do well against a couple of these fighters past two. But there's a generous ding dong window as well.
Yeah, that's the number one thing I was gonna say.
Speak of the devil here. It is true, but not going to quite kill. I think it starts to kill around like 73.
I think he needed like just 2 or 3 more %.
Yeah, I think we saw it at like 69. Like last game, it still didn't do it, just barely.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is now you're out of it, but Cargo Door still kills.
Yeah, just take him off the side and toss him low.
But Min got them arms, and you're not approaching.
What do you actually do against like Falling Dragon Laser in this matchup? You're too slow to run
Yeah. Ooh, doesn't get the anti correctly, and Violet's gonna reverse that a little bit, and I wouldn't say you're sitting comfortably because it's Min, and like you ever get touched off stage, like that's it. But you get one hit, you can get a rage combo.
Speak of the devil. Does get the grab, and how do you actually get down? Not like that. That's not how you get down.
You have a giant punch and angry DK. This is the spell for. Potentially, you might die right here. No.
Gets the parry, but he can't get the platform drop.
He was also turned around, so it's super just you can't do anything.
Alright, both arms clanking on shield. Remember when that used to like take half your shield away? Those were dark times.
I forgot Min got nerfed.
That was the one nerf that mattered, and thank God that they did it to her.
Like,
this might be dead. Just back her.
Yeah, I don't think she could have done there. I forget her Nair just used to be like safe, like all variations.
Yes, it was like +2, I think. It was nonsense.
And now like I can punish her out of shield finally. But like before you just couldn't.
Yeah, you just had to deal with it, which was absolute nonsense. I think that the biggest one was the shield damage. Yeah. The shield damage was the fairest nerf, because you should not lose half your shield from like 2 max range hits. Against the grab. Okay. No, the aggressive up smash, I dig it.
Here's the thing, give DK a little bit more rage or just a little bit more % on Min. Actually, I think.
Yeah, this might be Ding Dong dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be. Oh, he goes for the tilt
put
instead.
F-tilt, or maybe messes up, but
I think he had to get a dash grab, and then DK's dash grab is not good.
With this much rage, I'm not sure if it works anymore.
Yeah, I think we might be out of it just barely, but we'll have to see.
But with DK's kill power, this isn't like the worst. It's just when you lose this stock, this might be a problem.
Now it is really dark. Nope, just go off stage.
Okay. I was gonna say he has to get it here, otherwise this is gonna be a problem.
Aggressive offstage interactions again. It felt like that's gonna be the recipe for success here. Like DK can't go super deep, but Min fairly. You have to either go incredibly low, or DK just will snuff out that recovery.
No, DK has like a bottom 5 disadvantage state, but like his advantage state is nice.
Nonsense. It's so good.
Like he covers space so well with that back air, and his speed. He's like almost this really good character, but
he's a big
then
body.
You hit him.
Yeah, but then you hit him and force him to recover, and just like GG bed.
Oh, okay, so
this stage for Min is, I hate it so much. It just, you cover so much space. Min's like, her biggest weakness is that whenever she runs out of space to give, then she becomes like, okay, you pin her to the corner, and then you don't let her get out, and she can't fade back. Fade back, like, grounded attacks are just so difficult for so many characters to get in on, and DK is one of them. He's a true DK main, though. He gets so many first hit trips on that down tilt.
Okay. Because it's town this? No? Okay. I was gonna say because, well, I mean, cargo throw just sets up the edge guard on Min.
I'd like to see Same try to go ahead and go even lower, and just basically keep your double jump, go super low, and then double jump up B and just recover from the depths.
DK would have to die just to get you.
Good.
That was scary.
Yeah. You don't want to allow like the pivot grab to just claim your stock at 50.
I don't think he could have done anything funny on that platform, but
he could definitely have like tossed her off stage and then just turned it into a 50-50. It's like, can I intercept your recovery?
Alright.
Megawatt not quite getting its claim, so can we get the 2-frame? Good delay by Flightless.
Okay. Ooh, you gonna chase him? Yeah, just go for it. No reason not to. How's DK gonna land? Like, there's nothing he's gonna... Okay. That looks so funny, and it's optimal.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, alright, we're going for a trip. It always like stuns me, like how long you can hold it for. It's like always off stage. I'm like, surely he can mash out of that. Surely his smash is just bad. It's like, no. Cargo throw is just nonsense.
Yep.
It's just a berry. It's a moving berry.
Ooh. Tries to use the down B to like cover like any options, but they just awkwardly stood in front of each other.
Another problem with this high ceiling is I don't think we're going to see the Ding Dong play has much of a role right here. At least the threat of it. Recovering to the platform, but the Nair going to snipe it out. And great air dodge, but still going to kind of get frame trap right there.
Yep. That was I was at 80%. I got touched once. I didn't get to play the game.
Nope. You had to go to ledge, and then you just toss out a lingering Megawatt and be like, yeah, isn't this unfortunate for you?
Okay. Good tap by LT Saint, but also okay. He gets reversed, but that Nair's gonna clank and like get flightless through that situation.
Oh, you caught the jump 2 times in a row. I think he tried to jump from edge, and Flightless got caught by it once, and it's like, not again, bud. It's so safe for DK to like reel back with that.
Yeah. This so while DK is bad, this matchup seems a little bit scary because it's like the moment like one of you like gets reversal by the other, you are scared about like just losing your stock.
True. It's like you still as Midman have to deal with the nonsense of fighting a heavy, and the heavy just like, yeah, I mean, yes, you're gonna kill me if ever I lose neutral, but that's all of my matchups. Like, you know that Flightless has been in this situation before, but has the Midman been pressured this hard before with as interesting a character as DK?
And now we're still going. Okay, this is. I'm wondering why we went back. I guess like he never got a DKO, so it's just like not a factor you super have to worry about.
I don't think there's a double jump here. So DK is just dead if he does this right.
Okay.
Oh no, a little bit too slow.
But you're still stuck here.
Misses both of those, and so DK able to get back with that dash attack. But that's the problem. It's like even if when you get back, it's like Midman just gonna fade back. It's like, okay, I've got more stage to play with.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go for the safe. If I mess up, punish.
Back throw not quite gonna do it. Empowered Dragon Laser not gonna do it either. Good jump back from Flightless. The Ram. That's a problem. Even if when you set back from that, it's all a question of whether or not the Midman player can get the angle right on that Ram.
I think he went for a backer, but he grabbed ledge by accident. But this might be it. No, just a little bit off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he didn't buffer it or if... I think he just didn't buffer it. Doesn't matter.
And you're dead anyway. Yep, the air dodge. Go off stage.
Okay. Nah.
Yeah.
No jump. You couldn't make it.
True.
Ooh. Alright. Goes for... I don't know. DK dash tag is so weird because it's like... Not a combo tool, but it is.
True. It's a secretly good move.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's like, why are they throwing that out? And then immediately, like, you get hit with it twice, it's like, oh.
Because it's like... I think technically, nothing is true, but like, it's so... Like, mix-up-y where, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You don't expect DK to, like, have that burst option right there. Okay, just reversal with a giant punch. Don't touch me.
And he charged another one, so...
And then he, like, I love this, he just, like, dash attacks immediately after, like, the Foxtrot away.
Missed the jab lock there, which could have gone the... This is game 2, isn't it? So I haven't set, but...
Game 3, 2-1 so far.
Okay. Alright. That seems so nice from Minmin, like... Donkey Kong dash attacks all the way over there, it's okay, I'll just get him.
Exactly, yeah. The immediate long-range grab.
That? Okay.
Yeah.
That time he did not mess it up. Like that. Okay, so that does confirm. But the last time he just messed up the buffer.
Yeah, either get the buffer or is it the IDJ right there. I think a lot of DKs have been experimenting with that, using the IDJ to just like extend the range of the ding dongs, and that is DKs need to get out of the lab. Like this character, stop. Why are you doing this to us?
He did not mess it up.
The only thing that they're having with this character is like how to make ding dong better. It's like I hate
like,
this.
If you played Smash 4, you're like, I missed this easy kill confirm. I need it back.
True.
I kind of have it in this game, but for like very small percents on most of the cast.
Unless you're K-roll and it's like 40%.
Like, Wario only has a 3% window, and that's super surprising to me because in Smash 4 it was like closer to 20.
That is 3%. Damn.
Yeah, it's the 3% window, and oh.
So we are in losers finals right now. This is going to be Fable, who's knocked out by Matador, against Flightless, who is also knocked out by
Matador.
I'm joined on the mic by Matador as he awaits for his next victim, potentially.
These are characters that like you don't see like too often in MDVA either.
No. Like we have a couple Bayos, but
Link is rare.
I think it's just LJ Skater.
I don't see her like she went to Sova. I think she's Nova again right now, but I don't see her super often at like the cave or anything.
True, yeah, I haven't seen her at a lot of weeklies, unfortunately, because she was definitely one of those lab rats that put in a ton of time, like learning the obscure stuff with this character.
What is it, Sova? Known? Like I haven't seen or heard from like at all.
No, which is unfortunate because Sova was a sick Link player.
But what is it, Fable? Like he knows his tricks. Like he loves this bomb and boomerang.
Yeah, for sure. He just basically puts out the boomerang at particular angles to make it so hard to attack in the air. We have to see if the SDI is on point, though. Good forward smash right there, just catching the aggressive option from ledge, and now we are drawn even here, stock 2. These boomerangs, like, it's good patience from Fable, just recognizing that, like, you do not need to go ahead and approach this Bayonetta.
Yeah.
And if you do, make sure that your shield pressure is on point.
But Flightless is also realizing that, like, he's getting hit for just jumping a lot, so he's just gonna stand his ground a little bit, and lucky for him, that side B, like, whooshed under that sword.
True, yeah. Just the little micro-spacing moments.
She's not DLC in this game, but she'll slip by sometimes.
Oh, she still got some tricks. May not kill you at 0, but there's still some jank to be had. Still some jank in the tank.
Very occasionally Bayes will kill you at 0, but like, for the most part, like, it's not like,
Consistent,
oh,
yeah.
like this is stupid or whatever. Like, they probably deserved it because they read your DI, like, consistently.
I dig that boomerang catching like the roll in right there. Like it felt like Flightless was in such an awkward spot, barely missing with that forward tilt. Now low recovery, trying to get intercepted by the bomb, but ever so slightly off of the spacing.
Now Fable's ledge trapping is like, it's scary because you just have to pick your spot carefully, and if you are off by just a frame or two, you're getting hit.
It's just so low risk too with things like bomb and nair. Like what do you actually do? It's like you just have to look at the Link nairing. It's like okay, yeah, you got this.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Link is heavy, no rage, so.
And he SDI'd in rather than out. Okay. That's the thing about Flightless, is that he's a super smart player, but occasionally he just does it.
Ooh. Almost catches him with that. Unfortunately, Link's at 160, so
this isn't
can't really
even
get anything off of that.
It just feels like whenever Link's like got this much rage, he is liable to kill like starting like at this percent. Like I think forward smash and potentially like dash attack would do it at 60.
Link with rage is like often forgotten about, but he's definitely like one of the scarier characters.
Agreed. I think Ham said it best. Is like when you're at like 100 and Link's at 100, Link has the advantage. When you're at 40 and Link's at 100, Link has the advantage.
Because he's not looking for like small hits, he's just all hard hits.
Yeah, like they just go for it. It's like I'm gonna toss out a forward air. A B, and that'll do it. 198% rage kills Bayonetta at like 110.
Like he's kind of like, not exactly, but sort of like Charizard in the sense where it's like once you reach rage, you're like, this is a nice game.
It's like I hope you guessed correctly, bud, because if your pressure is not 100% on point, well, you're gonna have a bad time.
Bowser, interesting.
He's done this a couple times so far tonight. So far, it's pretty solid. He goes for a lot of like nair conversions. He knows his nair back air stuff.
I don't know. The problem is you are now a big target against a Link who knows his like stuff.
Just parry.
Like, I want to see what Fable can do actually. So, you know what? Flightless, stay Bowser.
This man needs to have some data here.
Like I want to see what you can do on Bowser as Link.
Like this stuff, the boomerang confirms are just so easy. Like a lot of characters, like it's particularly narrow, but on Bowser, just like it is so easy to get just like boomerang into imagination.
On the other hand, I feel like Bowser does he kind of outspace Link? Like when he jump fairs, does it just beat, or does it like trade with Nair?
It has a slower startup, so like it depends on what the Link is doing. Fade back isn't as good, but I think that the shield pressure is the big name of the game. Like if you try to cross up with like rising Nair, it just doesn't work on Bowser. Because Whirling Fortress is a hell of a button.
I can hey, Link Nair is really good. I don't remember how safe it is right now. Is it like -5?
It's I think plus.
Plus really?
Like it's either plus or -2.
Okay.
One of those two.
I know it's like really like a single digit. I just can't remember what it is up top of my head because
Young Link is -2, I think. So I think it's really close to that.
That would make sense. Okay. Yeah, that was a hard situation. I think. Well, actually, Bowser's get up attack is really big, so that might have been the one thing that saved him. Because it would have gone through bomb and probably hit Link. Doesn't kill.
Not quite. No rage. I'm surprised we didn't see a side B instead of the regular grab. Nope.
Yeah, I mix up.
And then we're just immediately gonna go ahead and do this again.
Main problem with being a high percent versus Bowser at ledge is that like, because two framing is easier, they can just try to F tilt and you just get caught.
Yeah, and F tilt's like so free in those spots. It's just big, disjointed, and can.
Approaching with up B, a little bit overzealous.
Up B might kill actually at this percent. This will certainly finish it. Yeah. -2, -3.
Okay.
I want the double check on that.
All right. Unfortunately, I think so. He knew that Boomerang was coming back and wanted to buffer his side B, but it didn't work out.
It, yeah.
Yeah.
Try the immediate trump. I dig that option.
Ooh, but you are. Oh my!
What option was that?
I like that option. If he got it, he could have went for the suicide stock, but just the. Nah, I'm sorry for this.
See, yeah, that's one of those where it's like I respect it, but you would not have earned that stock if you got it.
Okay. He's been messing up his like buffers for combos. I feel like because that could have been like a very easy just get Link up.
And then he just does it again. Sometimes Fightless just like, you know what? Forget all this. Take this forward smash, and it just works.
Oh, that was almost like real. Would that have killed Bowser?
Maybe if you like beer version went for the suicide off stage.
Ooh.
These trades are just not working out at all for Flightless, and the bomb at edge seals his fate.
Yeah.
Good God, that's such a rough spot for Bowser.
He definitely tried to up B, drift back, but like the bomb just covered all that space, so it didn't matter. People forget, Link bomb.
Good move.
It was a Steve TNT before that existed.
It's a good way to put
Just
it.
not as good, but like still like comparable.
The Z drop nonsense with it like reminds me of like Peach Turnip stuff, and I always see every single Link has those like bomb clips that they put up on Twitter, and then they never do it during the match.
Because it's
this
like,
is the most theoretically cool character.
if
in
you
the
are a
world.
robot, this character is like a top tier, but because we are all human, it's just like you are never doing all these like bomb stuff like all the time.
Exactly, and given how little damage they do, it's like bomb back air is like the true thing, but it does like 3 damage every cycle. So just don't mess up for
Like
40 cycles.
theoretically, this is the best Link of the 3, but because we're at in meta, it's Young Link.
So instead, I'm gonna play Young Link and toss out fire arrows because B button's a good button.
Yep. But Fightless, this is his first DK appearance against the Link, right?
It is. We went Bayo game 1, Bowser game 2, so push to the brink. We're back to the DK.
Ooh, I thought the bomb was gonna get him there. This, yeah.
Yep. Easy back throw right there. One of those spots where DK back throw is strong enough at edge that you best make sure that your pressure on standard get up is good enough. He held shield and then jumped to the worst possible spot. Just needed to commit to that shield right there and allow him to flail away.
Oh my God, Fightless. Going for a dash tag fair at 0.
Not a true DK main. Didn't get the first hit trip that time.
See, that's
Covered the
like,
whole
that
thing.
scenario is so like hard to deal with because it's like you want to grab Link, but the boomerang's like it's there.
Can't even get the punish even after the parry. It just feels like time and time again DK's frame data is just coming up a little bit too short here.
Well, it's just like he can't do anything, so he has to like try to read what Fable is gonna do right after.
Yep, so don't mess up Fable, otherwise you are going to be making a one-way trip to the blast zone.
But that was a little bit good on Fightless to like move around Fable right there, just catch him with that back air. And this Link is heavy, so okay.
Didn't look like it just got frame trapped, so he gets the neutral air instead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit too committal right there, so you... No!
Ooh,
Good
the
mash.
Quick mash.
He grabbed the boomerang, I think
That's
he...
so
or the bomb,
unfortunate.
rather, yeah. I think he was trying to hit a button, but instead he just grabs the bomb.
No, I feel that. Sometimes I try to hit a button next to bike and I pick it up.
Exactly.
Because like in this game, it's like if you're next to an item and you hit A, you just auto pick it up.
Yeah, you can pick it up with the full range of your hitbox, so sometimes just like, yeah, I want the item instead of the forward
And
smash, thank you.
I don't know if it's always been like that in like every Smash game, but in this game, it prioritizes item over character.
Yeah, I think it's this game, which is nonsense. Neutral air, safe pressure, so just waiting it out right there is Flightless, trying to get his grubby mitts on this Link, who's playing a
this
really
is
good
grab,
anti-grab
but
game,
no,
but
okay.
no! Tried for the kill instead. ding and dong.
He was
and we
fishing for it earlier, and then Fable just kind of gave it to him.
Yeah, that up B was definitely a little bit errant.
Yeah.
And, he was playing a good anti-grab game for a while, but every now and then you're just gonna mess it up, and
Just kinda-
that's all we wrote.
He kind of panicked above DK for like a solid 2 seconds. Flawless was like, all right, enough.
That, we're good.
Back to DK? Okay. I guess if they're gonna play the whole set on PS2, why not?
I hate this stage so much. One of these days, I'm gonna like, they're gonna give me control of the monthly. I'm gonna ban this stage, just like with no PS2. In fact, if your opponent says "gentlemen" to PS2, you can just get rid of them. Immediate set loss. ZD would be having conniptions with Dexter.
I think they would just agree to go to Smash Roll.
I think they both said it's like you played each other like so much it doesn't matter what stage it is anymore.
Yeah.
Good parries here from Flightless, tossing out like
Oh,
these
that's 61.7%. Never mind.
evenly matched so far, and we're not quite at that ding dong range where Flightless has to worry about it, but he's still gonna get dinged.
Okay, if he really got bomb into DK, that would be funny.
Safe shield pressure with that forward air, max pace. I don't think DK can do really all that much about that.
Oh, that was
keep
almost
going
a
for
frame
it.
trap. I feel like if he fastball just a little bit back here, he might have caught him, but he still could have attacked that and maybe reversed it.
I feel like that DK dash attack has to be able to get punished a little harder than that. Okay. You try to swing at DK when he's invulnerable. Die for it.
I'm not sure if Fable's like not respecting DK as much as he should, like in certain areas, because he's just getting hit sometimes, and that's what DK loves.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely abusing his frame data, but the problem is that he's not like he's not playing as good of an anti-grab game as he could be. Like really, we haven't seen any fade back nairs.
That was a really good, like he got dash attack into immediately double jump backer, but unfortunately for him, he's gonna get reversaled, and now you're DK without a jump trying to land.
Good luck. Just overcommitted to that up tilt, unfortunately.
He took your luck.
That's the DK special, just the immediately, like, I'm gonna do a rising back air, I'm vulnerable now, psych! Second back air immediately. Every time, every DK main does it. You see, he's going for the sick stuff and just doesn't work. There's the cross-up that I like to see. Like, what does DK actually do about that?
DK, like, his best option, like, behind him is technically back air, and that's not, like, it's not that fast.
No. And rising aerials are always risky when they're that close to you. Okay, thank you, Boomerang. And then he immediately just, like, tosses out the... I feel like those, like, errant up Bs are, like, B-reversed side Bs that he's trying to do, or wave-bound side Bs.
Alright, that's...
You're dead.
Yeah.
DK pivot grab remains phenomenal. So now, potentially, the last stock here for Flightless down.
He's running away from Miss Monkey.
Smart man. This is definitely a
Like-
spot where social distancing is the rule of the day. Keep
Flightless is
him away from
rolling
it.
as much as he wants towards him, like that spin, and Fable's like, nope, I'm not dealing with this.
I actually like that he was using like the projectile from the sword too. That's kind of like a fancy little wrinkle there. Yeah, only safe moves and platform pressure. This is how he needs to approach the game.
Ooh.
Gets the jab block with the bomb too.
I guess forward smash wasn't fast enough there to hit, so good recognition to like just use the down smash.
This is a clinical game right here from Jimmy from this Link player, and good God, able to take it 3-1 over Flightless. Looked like the DK was cooking a little bit, but the adaptation on point.
All right, time to jump over bombs and boomerangs.
Good luck. Bring out the Falcon? Yeah. Alright, so Matador hopping on to Grand Finals, and thank you all so much for sticking with us tonight as we are approaching our last set of the tournament. I hope you have enjoyed the content, and if so, definitely go ahead and hit us up with a follow here on Twitch, because we are going to be here every single Wednesday evening. Usually tournament starts around 7:45 or so for singles, and if you got enough folks, it is going to be squad strikes starting around 6:30 to 7 o'clock or so. The Outer Limits here is a phenomenal venue in, I believe this is Fairfax, Virginia, so if you are in the area, definitely give it a stop by. This is my first time visiting the venue, and I have really been digging it. like a full wrestling ring for the stream, and that's going to be a fun way to add a little bit of flair for the matchup. And speaking of a few of the regulars that have been here tonight, we got Crits joining me on the mic.
Hello, hello.
So
I
our
think your grand finals is about to start, so I don't really have much left to TO, so I could.
decided to spend your time with me instead of getting some friendlies in?
Yeah.
Training for the Arcadian?
Sitting around. A little bit. Want to do well.
Yeah, I gotta scrape the rust off myself. I haven't played in like 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, it's December
17th, I believe?
17th. I wanted to say 17th, but I wasn't sure.
So yeah, we got plenty of time. Actually, we're gonna be putting out commentary applications for that in the very near future. So
Ooh.
I'm trying to whatchamacallit. I talked over with File. I want to make it so that all the spots get prioritized to folks who have never casted a major before. So Arcadian-esque commentary, basically.
That would be. That's so hype.
Yeah, give folks the opportunity to get a chance to practice against like high-level talent.
Okay. Including top 8.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. As long as File lets me do that, I'm gonna make it so that all of it is maybe pro-am at best, but
yeah, maybe like Nerf plus someone for
exactly.
throw random example. That'd be real cool. That's awesome. I love that.
All right, grand final. So we saw Matador's Wario take it in a relatively close set here on the winner's side of bracket. So we're gonna have to see if a run back is in order, or if Matt is gonna be able to walk away from this in set 1 with a victory.
And I mean, knowing Wario's speed, it's gonna be a little difficult for Link to be able to keep him out, especially with like the way that he can jump around his projectiles. Matador going real fast with the quick 82% here to start off this game.
It feels like this is kind of what we saw in the first set too, where basically Matador would build up an early lead, but if he failed to get an early KO, Fable would make it all the way back.
It's true. Playing Fable is it's always kind of a mixed bag because he's really good at making slight adaptations. Because he's not changing his game plan much. He's changing his timings, which makes it really rough to get in on him.
That's
because his game plan's good.
Yeah, that's a very good point right there, Crits. It just feels like it's not so much that he like has to go ahead and build everything from the ground up. It's just more like, hey, I'm gonna fast fall here instead. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and fade back on this aerial, and if you make a mistake and overcommit, I will get the hard punish.
No, he will go for it. And his bomb conversions and recoveries,
yeah,
so good. And
that,
right there.
He does that so well where he tosses out a boomerang at all times and then he'll apply unsafe shield pressure to bait a grab.
It's really hard to deal with, honestly. It's kind of annoying, which means it's good. It's working. If you're not annoying your opponent, you're doing something wrong.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's how Sonic makes their money.
Yeah, pretty much. But right now, Fable in the lead. But it's Wario. You're not really. You don't have a lead till it's the game's over.
Exactly, or until the waft has been expended. And so far, we are very nearly there. 20 seconds away from a full charge. So a half waft will kill at mid% see if you can get Fable off stage.
Oh, but
that'll do it.
Half quarter.
Yeah, that wasn't even a 2/3 waft. That was odd.
Maybe he was hoping the timing from eating a little bit would be just a little bit faster.
Gotcha. That could be it. That's a problem. You cannot do boomerang like that. That's going to necessitate the bomb recovery. And then the air dodge because he misses the tech. Isn't hold buffering great?
It's so great. The buffer system, I've gotten used to it, but it I'm sure you saw my Sora earlier.
I am a very big proponent of bringing back stack buffering. That system was so good.
It so was.
That was the the brawl system that let you you could buffer a short hop air dodge because you could buffer multiple inputs in a row. Absolutely.
It's so much nicer.
Yeah.
But Fable got that. Is this gonna kill because he doesn't have bomb?
Yes.
Because it's on the other side.
Oh no, Matador went super low, and then Fable went lower. Fable he's done this before where he's like, listen, I'm gonna get the reversal, the twitch clip, and the W. But I think he missed one of those three.
I think what he was expecting was to land on the stage and fast fall and try to do like a down tilt, and he just fell, and because Link is a rock, he just dies. Him and Roy, if you fast fall accidentally with him,
yeah, toast.
Just goodbye. Fox less so, but also one of those rock-like characters.
It's like Roy and like Fox. If you fast fall off stage, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gone. Peace.
I'm almost confident that they're literally faster than Kirby's down B.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Which is, really funny in retrospect. So game 2, back to PS2. I personally am not a fan of going back to the same stage you just lost on ever. unless you're really, really confident. Because I think it's good to get your mentality freshened. That's me. But back to PS2, it wasn't that bad. It was just Fable SD'd, so maybe he thinks it's best stage?
I think we saw Fable versus Flightless. We're also all on PS2, and Matador also likes PS2, so I feel like that might be the whole set.
They might just not be caring the counterpick.
Oh, they're facing
messed
the
up
wrong
bomb.
way, and that is the problem with these bomb recoveries. If you do not get the B reverse, you are a toast.
Yeah, if you mess it up, it's bad. He doesn't honestly mess it up that often, though, for as inconsistent as it seems like it could be.
Yeah, I think I've seen him mess up twice this entire bracket, and both of them were, like, one was this last set and now this set. So perhaps a little bit of fatigue here after playing the whole night, but
Yeah, no, he's been kind of going at it as well. And this bracket's not been that easy for him.
no, there've been a lot of killers out here, so it would be good to see Fable, who's apparently a frequent visitor.
He is. He typically, so if like Montrose or a PR player isn't here, Fable's typically taking it.
Gotcha.
And then it's Snack and I around slightly below.
Max and who, sorry?
Snack and myself.
Gotcha.
What? I
Yeah,
forgot
you-
that when Wario eats the bomb, he explodes.
Yeah, explosives like that has that little hitbox. It's a weird, weird interaction.
It also has intangibility for a little bit. It's intangibility and vulnerability, but it's weird. It's really strange. But he does. Matador can use it sometimes on purpose to armor through stuff.
Today
it's
I
not
learned.
common, but it does have that. Full loft on deck though.
Yeah, don't get up aired. He's trying to get like the walk-off platforms that the bike drops on him. That's an interesting option for Mata.
Did you see him go for that? Like, if that bike hit, I'm pretty sure it would have done like what bunch percent, 40 or so.
True.
That waft almost came out, and he still has it.
He
Okay,
does.
still
Yeah,
have
he
the
doesn't
waft.
lose that with the stock. So instead, going to go ahead and basically play with your back to the wall for the rest of this game. We're playing the don't get up aired or neutral aired or up tilted game.
But Fable, not losing. Sorry, my brain just stopped. Not trying to. There it is. He was trying not to lose right there while I was trying to gather my thoughts.
He's not losing his steam. He was basically playing with momentum and confidence, which is great. The problem is just that, like, there's so many options at that percent that Wario can use to link to that hitbox, and one of them is neutral air. And Wario, he's going to use neutral air.
And because he's so fast, if Fable isn't already preemptively throwing out his own nair, he's just gonna catch him.
So this is set point and tournament point here for Matador, going up 2-0 very quickly. And given how close it was in their first set, I would not be surprised to see Fable with a second lease on life here, a little bit of another second win this late in the event.
And again, Fable is pretty good at adapting, so I could see him coming back real, just like you said. But we'll see if he's able to do that. Right now, it is pretty dead even. They've both gotten a quick hit on each other. Kind of, it looks like.
One thing that I'd like to see Fable do is there's been a couple of these times where he crosses up Wario and applying safe shield pressure, and when he does that, he feels like he's always choosing defensive options. I'd like to see him be a little bit aggressive because you know the Matador wants to jump directly like out of these options. He wants to go ahead and hit you with a neutral air or hit you with an up air. He doesn't want to just like get a grab and throw you away.
He does that a lot. Matador did a move into an air dodge read where he did short hop forward air, and it frame trapped into another setup. And I didn't know where you could do that. Like off of, I think it was just off forward throw, or up throw.
That back hit of the neutral air from Link to like the last figment of that hitbox, but the aggressive up smash from Link, I don't like that option in this matchup too much because we saw in a previous set, Wario can actually, in between the hits of the up smash, he can drop shield and get you with an up smash of his own. There's enough like lag in there to do that, which is nonsense.
Yeah,
It's super committal.
if you're able to pop out of that up smash as well, because it doesn't work on platforms.
Multi hits, baby.
Let's go. Greninja suffers from that too.
Thank God that character needs to be kept in check.
I kind of thought Matador was going to be able to get a footstool there and just kill Fable. Kind of looking like Young Link right there with that arrow though.
Point blank range, immediate arrow.
I like that. It was nice. I don't know if it was true, but it looked cool.
Mata gets the chase down, and then the Foxtrot in and out, and now you can tell Fable's starting to be a little bit like self-conscious, keeping that shield, the defensive option up.
Matador using the waft though, kind of going for a pretty hard call out.
Yeah, he thought it was immediately going to be like a jump up B, The sliding forward tilt gonna force an awkward position out from Link. Great tech though from Fable.
Pivot cancel up tilt, so fun. Such a good move.
Agreed.
That. Is this death from Matador? Is he gonna die here? No, Fable's not able to get the edge guard.
He
Or the
commits
ledge
again.
Yeah,
I think you just gotta
real
wait those options out a little bit more.
Matador just kind of running at him, no fear.
Oh, the weak hit of that forward air, so you can't actually connect with anything else.
Beat the nair. That's
Excuse
so
me.
funny.
What hitbox was that?
Big mouth. Big mouth. Good lord. Okay, that tech was godlike.
And then immediately catches the roll in with the up tilt. So now we are on last stock for each character here. Mata, he does have another waft cooking up, but it's going to be a little bit here.
It should only be, if even, at barely a quarter at this point. So it shouldn't kill until about 80, 90? I think quarter's kind of weak, right?
Yeah, quarter's weak, but so yeah, we're basically going to see it in like another 45 seconds to a minute. He'll have a full waft.
But, I mean, at this point, like, Wario's stronger kill options are getting closer to killing.
True.
Like back air could spell death at the ledge from an edge guard.
Now look at this, like it feels like he's definitely slowed it down a little bit. Like he understands that he doesn't really need to feel pressed to run at Link, which is kind of something that Fable's been preying on quite a bit. Matador not typically the player to just sit back and do nothing. I think like taking his foot off the gas right there was a brilliant move. Does get the bite, forces the double jump, but cannot quite catch the landing with that forward air.
And he's also getting at the percent where any of Link's straight hits can kill, because Link has a lot of kill power. He hits like a truck. As he should.
The lingering waft, I knew he was going to go for it with that bike setup, but just ever so slightly off.
I'm surprised it didn't hit. What? Oh,
no.
He had to have DI'd out or air dodged or something into the blast zone.
Yeah, I think he either air dodged, because I didn't see the double jump come out.
He hits like a
But that is an awkward way to end the tournament. A phenomenal showing from Fable, but unable to overcome Matador, who wins the tournament from winner's side of bracket.
He does. Congrats, Matador, for winning the 13th TOL with the $100 pop bonus this week. So he's gonna have to give him a big amount of money. But yeah, no. Matador played real well there. Fable was honestly playing really, really good in my opinion.
Agreed.
Was doing a lot of really gross stuff. His boomerangs were scary.
Agreed, and he was doing a lot of stuff against Flightless in the last set with like Z-drop bomb shenanigans. Like he was playing so perfectly in that last game. I was really optimistic to see him try to run the table against Matador and force that reset there. But it just felt like Matador came out swinging with a ton of momentum. Didn't need that opportunity to like build up ahead of steam. Like sometimes it feels like momentum-based player. You know, sometimes it feels like he needs like that little like extra chip on his shoulder to get those Twitch clip Wario combos, but not this time as Matador easily able to claim it in that 3-0.
Fable was close though. He was close. Each of those games were, you know, pretty good. They were real good. But that's gonna be all for Smash at the Outer Limits for this week. Thank you so much for coming out, Scaps. It was wonderful having you.
Thanks so much for inviting me. I have had a lot of fun. Great venue. Y'all hit us up on Twitch with that follow because we are a growing local here in MTVA. And if you have been enjoying any of the content, definitely hit us up on Twitch and we will let you know the next time we are live.
Thank you all so much.
Peace.
See you later.